$10 bet, it's $69.69.
Oh, you take over? I'll take over.
We'll act like we're gonna win money.
No chance.
Not at all.
No shot.
Hey, right.
Anyway, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of the Say With Your Chest podcast. Today we are joined with the returning Hank Chase. Say hi, Hank.
Cha-ching. Hey, guys.
Hell yeah.
Today we are going to be going over some news that happened in the NFL the past few days, doing a mock draft and letting you guys know what's the best place to draft certain players and what kind of stacks you should want to aim for your upcoming fantasy draft if you haven't already done your draft.
Dude, that was good.
That was great.
Dude, a round of applause for that.
I would take you seriously if you didn't take Justin Tucker in the 7th round.
No, I am going to be arguing that why you should take a kicker early. Because I take Justin Tucker in between the 4th and 7th round every year, and I do pretty good in fantasy.
Also, don't be scared to reach on a defense in the 3rd round.
Of course.
I didn't pick a defense 3rd round. That was my 9th
Look at the
round
ones we
pick.
got.
9th round.
Well, because you looked at me, so I thought that's where you were.
All right. Before we get into that, though.
I was making fun of you.
Before we get into that. Hank, welcome back, brother.
Thank you.
Where have you been?
It's great to be back.
Yeah?
You resurrected from the dead.
I wish I didn't. Anyway, I got you.
We're doing baseball things.
Been doing baseball things, a lot of work things, but I got free time now, so we're here.
Hell yeah.
Trying to be back a little bit more consistently than I was for the last few months.
Fuck yeah.
I like
Get you
it.
an NIL deal.
Huh?
Gonna get you an NIL deal.
No.
You could be sponsored by
It's
Say
gonna be
With
like
Your Chest.
$7.
Yeah, it's something. That is something.
I'd rather start an OnlyFans.
Dude, some D3 athletes can make some good money doing NIL deal. I was in class with this
You
one
can
girl.
also do it on Fee Finder too.
I mean, yeah. But, this one girl in one of my classes this year got sent to Hawaii because she had an NIL deal for D3 school.
She hot?
No. No.
We'll see you next episode.
All right, getting into some news, man. I guess we'll address the elephant in the room here. CeeDee Lamb.
Boy got
signed
paid.
his big boy contract. Congratulations on a big one.
Hats off to you.
4-year,
Wish you didn't sign that, though.
$136 million deal. I'm going to turn it right back to Hank because we did have our draft last night, which I think everyone feels pretty comfortable with their team, I would say.
Yeah,
So far,
I'm happy.
Kind of. But you are the CeeDee Lamb owner.
I am.
Took him at the 3rd pick overall.
Mm-hmm.
How are you
Lucky
feeling?
bastard, I won.
I feel very good about CeeDee Lamb being taken 3rd overall.
Mm-hmm.
I think his workload's going to be very nice, especially because he had 400 points last year as a receiver. 300 to 400 points, I forgot which one, but
A lot.
he did have a lot. And, the Cowboys, he's not really supported by anybody. They just signed Dalvin Cook, not to spoil the later segment. But, I don't know, the backfield's not as good as it used to be. They have Zeke now, so it's going to be like a kind of serviceable run game.
Yeah.
And not really many offensive weapons. Like Brandon Cooks is getting up there in age, and Ferguson.
Jake Ferguson. That's the
Jake
second-
Ferguson's very
second
good.
Option.
Jake Ferguson's probably going to be the second option through the air, so I think CeeDee Lamb's going to get hyper-targeted.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to have another good year, whether it might not be for as many yards or touchdowns as last year, but he will definitely get his receptions.
All right, now let me ask the both of you, as two Giants fans.
Let me hear it.
Do you think he's deserving of this
Yes.
amount of money?
Yes.
Yes.
As much as Justin Jefferson.
But
is
I
pretty
hate
much
him.
getting
Nate, I don't like that he's in our division,
paid.
but I will admit someone's good. Even
He's
though
very
they're
good.
on
And
one of my
he's-
most hated teams ever.
And he's a very cool person.
I'm
No,
not the-
yeah.
I'm
He's
not the
cool
biggest
as
he's
fuck.
Like, I have nothing against him besides he's a Cowboy. Like, if he went to, the
I ca-
Colts, I'd be like, yeah, go CD. But, the fact that he's a Cowboy, I want to be like, I hope you do
No,
that. But,
I
if
copy
you're
his
on my team, I
celebrations.
hope you do good.
I copy his celebrations when I play touch football with my friends. How could you not? They're
I
so
mean,
cool.
if there's one Cowboy jersey I would get, it would be CD. Because, I have to choose one because I do try to collect a jersey from every team in the league. So when I get up to the Cowboys, it probably will be like a CD Lamb or maybe
I'll get a CeeDee
Yeah.
Lamb
Yeah.
Oklahoma jersey.
oh, that'd be tough.
Who would it be for the Eagles? Saquon, right?
No, no, fuck Saquon. Probably like
Agreed.
Brian Dawkins
That's a good
Alright.
pick.
or like a Mike Vick.
It's good. It's not a good pick.
Bro, he was a dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
This guy. And we're monetized.
Awesome.
No, he was good in Philly.
He was really
Mike
good.
Vick
in
was
Philly.
really good.
Mike Vick was
Ooh,
really
or-
good his entire career.
Or
besides
maybe
the Steelers
a
or the
D-Jack.
Jets.
A
Huh?
D-Jax jersey? That'd be nice.
That
Yeah,
would be
I'd
a fire
fucking-
jersey.
Right?
I'd throw you in a fire.
Oh, yeah, because that Christmas
Ooh.
game.
My dad was there.
I know he was. He tells me every time I see him.
Yeah,
'Cause he
because
forgets.
it's
He
traumatizing.
forgets.
I swear, since I've met Hank, his dad has told me the same 5 stories every time I see him.
And they get better each time.
Very entertaining for the rest of the fans. Outside of being a Giants fan,
Oh, yeah.
that game.
Yeah.
Great time.
Yeah,
Sean Jackson.
Let's not talk about
I'm just happy I was too young to, like, actually watch football back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't, like, remember it
yeah
at all.
speak for yourself.
Yeah. I didn't get into football until, like, 2016. Like, really starting to, like, learn the players and, like, watch the games and everything.
Can we not talk about
So-
this?
All right, we'll move on. In other Cowboys news, Dalvin Cook,
God, this is even worse.
old man Dalvin Cook, gets signed to the
I'm not
Cowboys.
confident in him.
I mean, what do we think about that? We now have
Take
a
the workload off
like a-
Zeke. It's gonna be.
3-person back.
I don't.
Zeke is going to do trash this year because he's, like, 85 years old.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone's so high on
And
Zeke.
Cook isn't going to do good either. Like, he didn't even play on the Jets.
Or Rico Dowdle. We got 3 guys in that
Yeah,
backfield.
I don't think that
that are
like, dude,
not great.
it's terrible.
Oh.
Their backfield is the weakest part of the team by far.
So
And
Dak
they just lost.
broke
And they
for
just
5K.
lost the.
I would hope
too.
so. He's in my parlay.
Oh, that's right.
He needs 4,000
No one
yards
cares
at
about
least.
what I have to say.
So him and
I said they just
CD
lost
better
Smith
have good.
too to the Jets.
What?
They just lost one of their offensive linemen to the Jets.
Who, the Cowboys?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Which
Yo,
one?
Giants split in the
I'm
series
pretty
with the
sure it was
Cowboys this year?
Smith. I could double
What?
check.
What happened?
I said Giants split in the series with the Cowboys this year?
Yeah, right. When was the last time the Giants beat the Cowboys?
Shut up,
When was the last time the Panthers won more than 2 games?
Cam Newton.
2 years ago?
Shut up!
2 seasons ago? Pretty good. At least we're not paying our fucking backup quarterback $40 million.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Giants, get your act together, man.
Yeah.
I just.
Imagine taking Brian Burns from us and still being worse than us.
Shut up.
That's crazy. Didn't even know that was
That's
possible.
preposterous to say.
Dude, I just want to,
Nah.
I want to, like, recreate that incredible scene with, like, the GM of the Giants just be like, pull yourself together.
Can't wait till Malik Neighbors is already holding out after his rookie
Nah, dude,
year.
he's nice.
Yeah, he's really good, but he's not gonna want to be a Giant after like week
I don't want
4.
to be a
Yep.
Giant.
That's about
I
right.
don't want to be a Giant.
I mean, it would be. I miss Eli, man.
Same.
I
miss Tiki, bro.
miss like a court. Like, listen, I don't think Eli was like the greatest thing ever.
He was.
He was
Great.
significantly better than Daniel Jones.
You know who I miss? I miss Odell. I loved Odell on the Giants. I loved it.
Odell.
I loved him.
Always think about that play against the Ravens, where he just took it to the house.
Dude,
Yeah, it was
sometimes
cool.
I catch myself at night, like if I can't sleep, I'll just be like, lost in my thoughts, and it always goes back to like Giants Odell. Always.
That was a good season. You guys were good that year.
Made the playoffs.
16. That was a
They were
good
11
year.
and 5.
Yeah, made
Yeah.
the playoffs.
And
We
they
got destroyed by the
fucking
Packers.
Dismantled
Destroyed.
by the Packers. The infamous boat picture.
Yep. Shout out to the boat.
I actually watched that game, and that was bad.
I think I turned it off after like the first half.
Yeah, no, that was a bad game.
It's all right. We'll move on. We'll move on to another team here.
Juju, going back to the Chiefs, he signed
He re-signed.
Yeah.
Or he,
a veteran minimum, 1 year, $1.21 million. So,
to do nothing, that's awesome.
Basically.
To literally
That's
just
fucking
Basically.
sick.
but I mean, hey, he might get another Super Bowl ring. So,
I think
Good
the
for him.
Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to be so good.
Yeah.
Like with Rice, especially
if Rice
like,
plays, he has that.
if Rice plays
he's that
and they have
legally-
Rice Worthy and Hollywood Brown with Mahomes,
and Pacheco and
I don't
Kelce.
think anybody in the league, no matter what defense they run, could stop that offense.
Yeah, probably not.
Because like you gave the guy with the best arm talent in the league.
Probably the best on talent we've ever seen. Like,
Also, and then you gave him 3 receivers that could outrun anyone on the planet.
and then you got Pacheco that could catch it out of the backfield, and then Travis Kelce has a safety blanket.
Travis Kelce's more than a safety blanket.
Yeah, for sure.
Still, like, you know what I mean.
Travis Kelce's the number 1 option.
Yeah.
Their team's
So-
gonna be good next year.
Who drafted Kelce in our league?
I think Santino did.
Santino. He got a good player.
But I know that like Travis came out and said that last year his he definitely took a toll.
Oh,
on
we
his
talked about
body
that like 2
last
pods
year.
ago, yeah.
So I think he still will be obviously Travis Kelce, but you could see that his
his
career
downplay will be like 900 yards for 10 touchdowns or some shit. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's about what he put up last year. But you can see that the decline is coming, getting older. He is old now. Was he 35 now? That's old.
Something
for
like that, yeah. I think it's 35, 34.
He's getting there. Rashee Rice is going to play. I mean, I think the suspension and everything will be held off till probably next season, kind of like what Alvin Kamara dealt with last year. Xavier Worthy is going to be a phenomenal pick in fantasy for the team. The deep threat, it's great. Hollywood Brown, when he first signed to the Chiefs, I thought that was a phenomenal pick. I thought that was going to be the number one option, deep threat for Mahomes. And then he's got this weird collarbone kind of thing going on, and he might not play now week 1. Maybe
Xavier Worthy is going to be really good.
I think that the offense will do really well. The team, as far as the team goes, the loss of L'Jarius Sneed, I don't think anybody's really talking about cornerback wise. I think that's a huge loss.
Where did Sneed go again?
Titans.
Yeah, that's because they're just like a DB farm over there.
Yeah, but I also couldn't afford them.
Yeah, well,
I don't blame them.
Nah, that loss is huge. I mean, the Chiefs' defense is still pretty good, but Sneed's one of the top corners in the game.
Dude, I feel like the Titans are like where cornerbacks go to die.
Titans signed a lot of players.
Yeah, but like if you look at the past previous years, Logan Ryan went there, didn't do well. Malcolm Jenkins went there, didn't do well. Janoris Jenkins went there, didn't do well.
Logan Ryan?
No, I know, but I'm saying like that's where you go to die.
Jerry's still in prime.
Logan Ryan went from the Titans to the Giants.
No, I know, but he started to decline a lot on the Titans, and then when he left it, we just the only team that offered it.
I mean, he was really good on the Titans for a few years.
Not as good as on the Patriots.
Well,
Not
I
as
mean,
good as he
yeah,
was on the
but
Patriots.
he was still solid. I mean,
He was aight.
when the Titans were like
was
actually
aight.
a competitor, he was pretty good.
He was aight.
His first year on the Pits or on the Titans was when they eliminated Brady.
Oh, yeah, but Brady
on
didn't
the
care.
pad. He didn't care that year?
No, Brady didn't fuck
That team was awful. That offense was so bad.
I think Brady was just so done with New England, he just wanted to get out of it.
Logan Ryan was the one that made that pick.
No, I
At the
know.
end of the game.
But wasn't that like a deflection pick?
I think so.
Yeah, like he didn't even
I
deflect.
think it was.
He was just in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah.
Always hating on someone, man.
Straight up.
You keep saying that, brother. I got like a
Always
bad
hating.
attitude towards
Yeah, you
everything.
do
I'm
got it.
actually like a really happy dude.
Yeah, whatever.
I feel like you hate on a lot of players.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it depends on the player.
Depends on the player. Not Xavier Worthy, though.
No, I
Let's
love
go.
Xavier Worthy, but if he sucks in fantasy, I will hate him.
Drop him and he'll be done.
I will hate him.
Bro, you hate on Aaron Judge.
I don't hate on Aaron Judge. That's the thing.
No, yesterday he was
I
talking
just think
about-
Bobby Witt is
Yeah.
like the better all-around baseball player, and I think everyone's argument just because Aaron Judge is a better hitter is stupid.
Alright. I mean, I feel like anytime we talk about it, you always go, don't get me wrong, Aaron Judge is a great player. But
Aaron Judge is the best hitter in the league, and it's not even fucking close. But Bobby Witt is better at everything else.
Anyway, in other news, sad news for the Giants players, or Giants fans. We released Isaiah Hodgins after about, 2-3 years on the team? What, John?
That's just rough.
It is.
Sorry to hear that.
Hank, what do you think about that? Because
Emotional roller coaster, but
I
it
am
sucks.
heartbroken.
This is a fucking trap.
He was a solid number
For
9.
being the number one receiver with basically Thomas, John, you, and me running routes, like yeah, he was pretty good.
He was a good number 3.
He's
I loved Isaiah Hodgins.
he would have been a great like water boy.
Insane.
Like he would have
Bro,
made
stop
sure.
acting like you didn't love Isaiah.
I did
Hodgins.
love Isaiah Hodgins, but he wasn't. That doesn't mean he was good. Like I love Tommy DeVito. It doesn't mean he's good.
No,
you
know
like
who
Tommy
we
DeVito?
absolutely loved? Paris Campbell. That dude.
Dude, I really thought Paris Campbell was going for 1,500 yards last year.
He thought he was going for 1,600. We made a bet on it.
Yeah, but it was like an unrealistic bet that was never gonna hit.
Unrealistic.
It's like when you place like a 20-legger on FanDuel for like
For like $1 to win
8 cents
to,
to win
20
$5
grand.
million.
Yeah.
Like it's
Remember when we put all the least probable teams to win the championship, and it was like $1 won like a
we
trillion?
were on PlayStation that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like $10 gazillion.
What we think, like the Wizards to win in the NBA.
I think it was like the Wizards to win the finals. It was like the Rockies to win the World
Rockies.
Series.
There was a WNBA team.
The
in there, too.
Flyers to win the Cup, and then I picked WNBA teams. There was a tennis tournament going on. We picked all the lowest odds on that.
Yep.
It's to win like $1 trillion.
Yeah, it was like
Money
it was.
There wasn't
basically-
even enough money in this world to fulfill the payout if that hit.
If you won, you would be getting paid back, or your grandkids would be getting paid back
Yeah.
money from that.
Dude, my grandkids would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you'd
Like,
never have to. Nobody in your family would ever have to work again.
No,
It would
you'd
be
loyalty.
like
You'd
you'd
buy-
be richer than like Elon Musk.
Than most countries.
You'd be richer than like the world income.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight up. Like they don't even have enough
The
money.
government would print money just to give to you.
The sports books
They
don't
just
even
give
have
you a
enough
printer at
money.
that point.
Yeah, exactly. They were just like, you do it. We're bored.
Yeah.
All right, let's get through this news so we can get on to the mock.
Anyway, also Kadarius Toney released from the Chiefs, making room for Juju Smith-Schuster. I know, crazy. If
Wow.
you were asking me, I would have kept him, but
Yeah.
Want him back on the Giants?
no.
All right then.
He was our first round pick, and until like the last week before the season, he was our wide receiver 7.
Yeah, he doesn't even need
Like
to
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, he was so
Dude,
bad.
because he debuted against the Cowboys and he had like 100 and something yards.
Yeah, he set like a single game rookie record.
and he was a beast, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, maybe this guy's gonna be legit." And then he didn't play or catch.
anything for the rest of the
Yeah.
year.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Lions signed wide receiver Tim Patrick from the Broncos to the practice squad.
Wow.
A lot of you I know forgot
Isn't he
Tim
a tight end?
Patrick about that 2
No,
years
I know
ago.
Tim Patrick. He's just on the line, so he's gonna make sure everyone's towels are really warm before the
Yep.
games, and
Yep, make sure everyone's
and
water
he's gonna get
bottles are
paid
filled.
millions of dollars to do it. Which, hats
Yep.
off.
Yep.
Ugh.
Well, I think, if he makes the roster, I think that'd be great. He's coming off of 2 back-to-back ACL tears. I mean, he was a good rookie, 2-3 years ago.
He would be just like a solid guy to throw in there. If he needed to, if you needed him to get open, he would get open.
I'm
He's
surprised
not a
he's
bad
even
guy to
playing.
have on a roster.
I'm really surprised he's even back after the amount of surgeries he's had on his knees.
I say the same thing about Sterling Shepard all the time.
That's actually true.
Sterling Shepard has, I think, one leg. With how many torn things he has in his other one.
He was a
That guy
good
tears an
serviceable
ACL
receiver,
every
though.
3 weeks.
He was a really good receiver, and then he tore his ACL twice, tore his Achilles twice,
Oh, trust me, I remember.
and
I remember those.
and he fucked up his meniscus. I'm pretty sure he's been in the league for 7 years, and he tore something 5 of the 7 years.
But I mean, even after all those injuries, he still played pretty well his final season.
I know. Imagine if he stayed healthy.
All right, then lastly, unless you got something,
It depends what you gonna talk about.
this Kyron Williams
The
debacle.
punt return.
Yeah. After we literally had the running back video come out,
Yeah.
and I know I was high on him. I know you still like him, but you didn't even have him on the list, whatever.
But I did draft him.
But the Rams
He
starting,
is on my fantasy
starting
team.
running
Hypocrite!
back.
Don't listen to this guy.
Honestly, if you're gonna listen to me for anything, receiver. Listen to me for the receiver over anything, and half my
If
running
you're
back.
gonna listen to Kevin about anything, listen to his Netflix recommendations.
What happened? Full of house. It ended.
Don't listen to anything
Don't
Kevin
listen to
says.
Kevin has to
If
get-
you like Full House, you'll like Full
Don't
House. I
ever
promise
listen
you, bro.
to a word Kevin says.
No, I promise you. No, I got some good Netflix recommendations.
Well, yeah, because that's all you do.
No, I'm more of an HBO
We went
Max
to a bar
guy.
the other day, and I swear, when we played pool the last time, you guys talked about Netflix for 2 hours.
No, me and Griffin did, because me and Griffin like these
That's
same
right.
exact shows, so
Yeah.
that's what we do.
You guys like rom-coms and shit.
No, we like early
Griffin likes
2000s teen
rom-coms.
dramas.
Griff
Like
does
One
like
Tree Hill and
rom-coms.
Vampire Diaries. Great shows. If you haven't watched them, go watch them.
You like Suits? So you watch Suits? You
I'm
finished
on season
Suits?
6 of Suits.
Suits was great.
Yeah. But see,
I like
Suits is
Suits.
getting too repetitive for me.
This is not football, guys.
This is not. We're
It's
getting
not.
sidetracked.
This is
Anyway,
not.
the starting
Talk
running
about Kyron
back
Williams.
of the Rams, all right, their workhorse running back, is going to be returning punts this year.
Crazy.
Why?
If it was kick return,
Stupid.
I would
Stupid,
understand.
dumb.
Really stupid.
I don't get it. I don't know if they're just trying to throw him out there to get him hurt till the rookie Blake.
He better
Corum
not. He's
can
my
get
starting
all
running
the
back.
touches.
Well, I don't
Oh,
think,
Rams,
I
what are
don't
you
think
doing?
The NFL franchise would purposely injure someone.
No.
Wow.
Unless you're the Saints
I mean,
trying to injure
If he was
opponent.
returning kick returns with the new kick return, then they got
No, yeah, I
can
understand
understand
that.
it, because they're trying to give less.
That's why the
injury,
NFL changes so that more
a
top
lot
guys
more
will
opening
get on
running
the kickoff.
lanes, but he's returning punts.
No, I don't. I disagree with that.
You
I
never
think
know.
it's a useless risk of injury.
Yeah, but I mean, hey,
for
you
a
never
guy
know.
who
He
was
might
the
be
top
fine.
5 running back in the league last year.
Yeah, you might be
Yeah.
fine.
I don't get it at all. I don't get it
Stupid.
one bit.
Especially when there's definitely more than enough like quick and elusive guys to just sign. Like you can literally sign a guy for $10 and he'll return punts.
Bro,
That's what I
Blake,
mean.
they just got Blake Corum. Put him back there.
I wouldn't put a running back at a punt returner.
Yeah, no,
Especially
they
Blake
But
Corum.
if you're going to, I'd put Blake Corum over Kyron Williams.
I wouldn't like.
They could literally just sign anybody. Like,
No, I
any
would rather
kick
have
returner,
Kyron
punt
return
returner.
punts because Blake Corum's more of just like a guy who you give the ball to inside the 5 for a touchdown. But Kyron's definitely more elusive.
It's like saying let's put Puka back there to return.
I would rather Puka return my punts. At least he's a receiver. I wouldn't want a running back returning my punts.
I don't want anybody in my starting offense returning on special teams.
Well, obviously, but
You see in the Madden trailer, they had Justin Fields returning punts or returning kicks
Yes.
for the Steelers. Imagine.
And then people thought that was actually going to happen.
Bro,
in
could you
real life.
imagine week 1, opening kickoff for the Steelers? Justin Fields is back there.
Dude, I wouldn't even like.
then he cribs it.
It wouldn't
Dude,
even
that
surprise
would be
me.
insane.
Russ is the starter.
I feel like
With
there's
Justin
only.
Fields return
I feel like there's a few people that wouldn't mind. Like if I saw Lamar Jackson returning a punt, I wouldn't like think twice about
yeah,
it.
no.
Well, I mean, I'd be like,
I mean, he's
"Is
the
that
quarterback.
two-time MVP Lamar Jackson
Quarterback?
returning a kick. What's going on there?
But like,
Honestly, he'd probably crib it on his first shot.
to be
I could
fair,
see it.
like it would be stupid for a quarterback to return punts. But if there were anybody who was gonna do it, it would be Lamar or Justin Fields.
Could you imagine,
I
like,
could see it.
Josh Allen back there?
Dude, Kyler Murray would be a fucking. I feel like he'd be a great punt returner.
Really, any Russian quarterback.
Literally.
He's so shifty.
Put Eli Manning back there,
Like
bro.
Matt
Let
Stafford
him
would
return
probably
the
cook that
kicks.
shit.
That's right. Yeah.
Dude, Matt Stafford would lower his shoulder and run over anybody.
Matt Stafford would fucking tear his rotator cuff catching the ball.
Yeah. Anyway, is that all you got to say about Kyler
That's all I
Williams?
got. For that.
Before we get to the actual video, I want to hit one last piece of news. Bengals came out and said Jamal Chase will be playing week 1. They didn't release anything about a new contract or about him getting paid, but considering he is playing in a few days, means there's something going on there. There's probably just finishing all like the minute details.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a deal in place. They just have to. They'll probably sign it within the next couple of days. So that's a great sign to any Jamal Chase, or great news for any Jamal Chase fantasy owners, i.e., me.
Yeah. I'm glad he's not holding out.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's gonna play. Finally back at training camp. This is great for.
And that's really what the
fantasy.
Bengals
So
need. They
happy
need him to
CD
play.
signed like right the day
Yeah.
before our draft because I don't know if I was gonna take him if he was still gonna
No,
hold out.
absolutely not. Not that high. No way.
No,
I probably
definitely.
would have taken him.
How could you?
Well-
like when he's not playing.
Well, I knew, like, everyone knew he was going to get it.
I would be
The
super.
Cowboys would be.
Did you though?
The Cowboys would be the
A week
dumbest
out
team
from the
in
league.
history if they did not.
I would
re-sign
be
CD.
super excited if the Cowboys didn't let him play week 1. By the way, that would be fucking sick.
That actually would be pretty sick.
No, it wouldn't. Oh, I'm playing against you.
Yeah.
No.
So I would actually enjoy that very much.
I would not. I would have to fucking play Amari Cooper.
That's it. I think it still says he's
Well,
not playing.
I'm still gonna play Amari Cooper. I would play Xavier Worthy. That's who I would play. Because I have Mahomes.
Actually gonna check. It still says he's not playing for some reason, but
Who, CD?
yeah, but
Because
he
the Cowboys
should be
have
playing.
the Cowboys have to come out and say like, yes, we're gonna let him play.
Is it the Cowboys or the commissioner? He's on the commissioner's exempt list.
Oh shit, sorry. I'm
Wait,
pretty
why
sure.
would Oh, why? Because he held out for so long?
Yeah, he didn't practice for like 2
Yeah,
weeks.
so
No, I know.
So the Cowboys decide if they want him to play or not, and I feel like they would
I think
be
he's got it.
really stupid if they didn't put one of the best receivers in the league on the field, especially because he's still gonna get a game check.
Yeah.
So
all right. That's
And I
it for-
mean, like, he already got his punishment, too. With, like, he doesn't need to, like, be, like, held accountable for holding out. Like, the dude got fined, like, $50K a day for not practicing.
I know,
Like, he
but
already got his punishment. you
just
know?
like the way I see it is like, dude, if he's still gonna collect a game check, why would you have him sit like
Exactly.
as a punishment? Like, you mean to tell me I get to go like this for an hour
And make, like, $2 million?
yeah, like
Okay.
oh.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I don't have to go for people targeting me when I step out of bounds.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
thanks.
well, unless he's like suspended pay, then that's different.
Yeah, that is different. But I don't
Suspended
think
pay
they
for the first
No,
2
there's
weeks.
not gonna be. It's I don't know what the contract details were, but I would assume that he's still gonna get checks.
He's going to play.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but that's all I got.
I
for
would be
opening
more
news.
surprised if he didn't play than if he did.
Same. I agree with that.
Hank, you got anything else?
Pray for me because I'm a Giants fan. It's gonna be a rough year.
Hey, we'll be there week 1, though.
We will be.
Let's
there
go,
week
baby.
one,
That'd be a fun opener.
Catch me and Hank in the second row and back in one of the end zones.
Making out
Yep.
Hardcore.
Live on television.
live on television. Every extra point.
A Boogie Bomb Boys exclusive.
Oh my god. Join the Patreon.
join the Patreon if you want to watch some hot, oiled up making out
All right.
right behind the end zone.
All right.
All right.
No, that one's live.
Oh, right.
It's free. It's live on TV. You just gotta watch the Giants game.
Just gotta watch the Giants game.
Daniel Jones throws Malik Neighbors' first touchdown instead of going in on Malik
And-
Neighbors.
oh,
They
that
go
was
in
the
on
lead
me
down
and
to-
just make it out.
Oh, and that cuts the lead down to 28 for the Vikings.
Now
Even
we
though
have-
the
we have
Vikings are looking in terrible shape.
They have
right
Justin
now.
Jefferson, and that's it.
They have Justin Jefferson. They don't have a line. They have Sam Darnold.
Addison's
Woo.
hurt. Hawkinson's hurt. Everybody's hurt.
They have Aaron Jones and Jefferson with
Oh, I forgot Aaron Jones.
not great O-line.
Hey, last time me and you went to a game, Chase Edmond had his breakout game, 109 yards and like 2 TDs.
It was more than 109 yards.
No, I know it was like 108 actually.
It was a lot more than
I
100
swear it was
yards.
108. I'm not even kidding. I remember that day so vividly, and he had like 2 TDs. So maybe Jones is just gonna pop off because anytime me and you go
Well,
to a game,
I'm
the
benching
running
Aaron
backs go
Jones this
crazy.
week, so I hope he doesn't.
I hope it was 40 on the bench.
That'd be
ho-
cool.
I
That'd be
hope-
insane.
I hope he scores a touchdown in our end zone, runs up to you and
Well-
flips you off.
Well,
Damn.
the best thing about the fucking Giants is that their front seven is top 5 of the league.
Oh yeah,
So, with a not
that's
great
the
O-line-
one good thing about the Giants, bro. Is
So
our
with
front seven.
so with a not great O-line, I really don't think Aaron Jones is gonna have a good game.
Yeah. You never know.
For Justin Jefferson, on the other hand, he might go for 300 yards.
Hey, but he doesn't really have a reliable quarterback throw to him.
He's Justin Jefferson. He doesn't need one.
Aside from Aaron Jones being held to like 50 yards.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually so excited to see
Justin Jefferson might go for a single.
Justin Jefferson
I'm
play.
really excited to see Justin Jefferson play. I'm not going to be excited because I'm probably going to get a really close vision of him because we sit close to the end zone.
Yeah. You see, but like it's like when we went and we saw the Commanders play the Giants. I was so hyped to see Adrian Peterson play, cause like it's Adrian Peterson. How
It's
can
like-
you not be excited?
Well, because he was like 40.
I don't care. That's still that's one of the greatest running
we're-
backs of all time.
Well,
right
we're
there.
about to watch prime Justin Jefferson.
No, I know.
And that's not going to be fun.
Honestly, I might wear a Vikings jersey. Screw the Giants, bro.
You can't
He's
sit
not
with
bringing him
me.
anymore.
No, I'm kidding. You know I hate the Vikings
Fucking,
because of Joe. I hate the Vikings so much because of Joe.
you know he's going.
No, I know he's good.
Yeah.
I took his ticket, remember? Because he bought the other tickets with his dad.
No, he didn't even say yes to my goddamn ticket.
Oh no, I took
My
the
ex's
one who
ticket.
should not be named ticket.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
So, mock draft, right, Joe?
Mock draft time. All right, we're back with a mock draft. We're gonna start it off here. We have all randomized our spots, so I'm gonna be kicking it off at the 1, Kevin in the middle at the 6, and then Hank will be rounding it out with the 10. This is a 10-man full point PPR snake draft. Okay. So
It's a little corrupt. You got the 1 pick.
you want the 1, but we could switch. I don't need the 1.
I don't.
I mean, I'm just saying,
I
you
don't
know,
follow-
you randomized the draft.
I don't
order,
follow
and you got-
corruption.
I don't want the 1. The 1 sucks. Which
Who
I'm
you
going
drafted in your
to
dynasty league at
tell-
number 1?
Don't know yet. That's tomorrow. I don't know yet. Dynasty, very different from redraft. This is redraft, all right? So redraft, it's going to be obviously CMC. That's the pick.
Dude.
We're gonna go pick by.
Dude.
We're gonna go pick by pick.
Dude.
Obviously,
Mike
Wayne,
White.
obviously
I didn't know
Wayne
he was on the
Gallman's
team.
on the
No,
board.
he actually just got released by the Dolphins.
Wayne Gallman's on the board, so.
I'm gonna leave him to you. I think that he'll fall to you.
I don't know,
I
bro.
just have
He
a
might
weird
not. The
gut
computer
feeling
might
that he
pick
will.
him.
There's Kevin, so.
Yeah.
Kevin's going
That's
to take
true.
my
Kevin-
pick.
And there's
You can take Eric Gray.
there's
What?
17
You take Eric Gray.
I'd rather Wayne Gallman in his
Okay.
current estate.
His
Is he
current
still in the
state.
UFL?
He's a free agent, but yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how no one signed him.
Well, last year he was in like the USFL or something like that, whatever that is, whatever
Mhm.
league.
Oh,
is
he
in the
might be. I
spring.
don't know, but it said he was a free agent, so Wayne Gallman. Anyway, start off.
All right. So we're gonna start the mock here.
Damn.
Dude, look at that. Hear that
You have
volume,
an
baby.
hour to pick.
Yeah, because we're gonna talk about all of our picks. I'm just gonna go through it, and everything's gonna get auto picked anyway. Besides
Yeah.
us 3.
I'm gonna take 59 minutes.
So-
59 minutes to explain why McCaffrey is the first pick.
Yes.
I don't think you need a minute.
I need like 30 seconds, literally. But just to the people out there who have the number 1 pick, our producer. Oh no, you picked first yesterday, right? All right, you already did that. Pick McCaffrey. Good pick, right? Solid pick. Everyone out there is like, man, McCaffrey might get hurt. Everyone hates having the 1 pick. It's like a curse. You should take it.
Yeah, I don't think
You know what I
anyone
mean?
was questioning
Oh
not
no,
picking.
there's a lot of
CMC.
people. No, have you not been on like anything? Like TikTok,
Not
Instagram.
fantasy-wise.
It's so
Nobody's
much-
picking
it's so
it.
much
I
Nobody-
follow actual NFL news, not fantasy news.
It's so
That's
much better to have a pick like.
I follow fantasy news during the season.
I would rather pick
So-
like 7 and 8 than 1 because I feel like 1 there's so much pressure to like make the wrong pick.
And then you're also
'Cause you would
waiting
have a
so
choice of
long to get a
literally
second pick.
everybody.
But then you're also waiting so long to get your second pick in.
Yeah.
You don't
like,
necessarily want the first pick because it is a tough choice. Do you want to go with
Yeah.
the guy that just finished one, last season, or do you want to try to pick the guy that you think is going to finish number 1 this season?
I mean, he's still the guy.
But McCaffrey is that dude. Don't overthink it. Just draft him. And there you go. Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, and Bijan off the board. All 3 of those guys on contract extensions. Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb finished as the 1-2 last year. Jefferson got hurt, but is looking to finish highly next year. And Bijan, next running back off the board, second year in the league on a much better offense.
Had
I
a
think
very
it'll be
good
great.
season this year.
So, Kevin, who would you be picking at the 6?
So at the 6th pick yesterday, I also had the 6th pick. So I am going to do exactly what I did yesterday,
Mhm.
and I am taking Jamar Chase.
So you would start receiver.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
start receiver, especially with CMC and Bijan off the board. Because if Bijan was there, I would take Bijan.
Mm-hmm.
But he's probably never going to fall to the 6th pick in majority of the drafts out there.
Right.
So I think if Chase should be there at 6, I think that's a solid pickup. He's the number 1 option with a great quarterback in Cincinnati. Hopefully, we'll finally see a full season of him and Burrow. Hopefully, neither of them get injured. I think they said he's going to play week 1, so you don't have to worry about that whole contract dispute holding out. So I think you're getting the best for your buck at the 6th pick with Jamar Chase.
Why not Brees Hall? Like if you want to start running back.
I mean, if you wanted to start running back and Bijan wasn't there, yeah, 100% Brees Hall. I usually start receiver if I have like a middle of the round pick.
Okay.
But you could also go with Brees Hall. That's also a great option. He's a great young back in New York. He's had a great season last year. He should have another great season this year. But I feel like Jamar Chase is just a little bit of a safer choice because he is on a bit of a better team.
Okay.
So, and he has a better system around him.
I like it.
Yeah, so. But Brees Hall, probably going to have another great season. So, you can really go either or on this one.
I like the pick. All right, Hank. At the 10-11 turn, what are you thinking?
You could get a crazy
A.J. Brown,
stat.
and Marvin Harrison.
Back-to-back picks. A.J. Brown and the rookie Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
All right. Explain. Double receiver. I like the
Double
start.
receiver. I mean, I feel like when you're in, running backs for me this year, in my opinion, I feel like besides Bijan, Brees Hall, McCaffrey, and maybe ETN, I guess you could argue. I mean, besides Brees Hall, Bijan, and McCaffrey, I don't think a running back should be picked in the first round.
Mhm.
Besides those 3.
Mhm.
So, obviously, A.J. Brown has been putting up numbers in Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts, and I don't think that's going to change at all.
That would also be a crazy stack if you get Hurts in the later round.
Marvin Harrison, I think he's a stud, and I think since Kyler's healthy and going to play a full year, I think Marvin Harrison is going to probably win Rookie of the Year. I think.
Okay.
He's the front
I
runner
like
right
it.
now, I think.
I don't know.
Him or
It's-
Caleb.
So you think Marvin Harrison, as a rookie, comes in and just dominates as the Cardinals won with Kyler
He's
and is
obviously
worth the
one.
second-round pick?
What?
And is worth the second-round pick in fantasy.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, and then Jonathan Taylor, Saquon, and Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 running backs off the board. Coming back to Kevin.
I mean, I'm going to stick with the trends and pick a running back because, I got my star receiver in the first round.
Mhm.
So now, in fantasy, you want to have at least one great running back.
Yep.
To get, someone who's going to get 15, 20 points every single game. And I know, going back on what I said in previous videos, but I'm taking Kyron Williams with
Ooh,
this
he's taking the
draft.
punt returner.
Yeah, I'm taking the punt returner.
That was-
Honestly, I think he'll be fine at punt return. Honestly, I don't think he's going to be doing punt returner, doing punt returns the whole
Didn't you
season.
just talk shit about Kyron Williams?
I did.
Yep, that's
I
all
did.
he's been doing is talking.
So
No,
shut the fuck up.
No, to
John,
be honest,
what's your pick?
No, fine. I'll say it right now. To be honest, when we did the running back videos, I forgot about Kyron Williams. Okay, I forgot about him until right before we started filming. But I stuck with my list. So, disregard the running back video.
Disregard the running
I don't
back
wanna hear
video
anything.
completely.
Don't
Dylan,
listen
if
to
you watch this, I don't
anything
wanna hear
Kevin
anything in the
says ever.
comments.
I think it's a great pick.
If Kevin
Oh,
gives you
it is
advice
great.
on anything,
Honestly, so
say
far
no.
this is what my draft looked like last night.
Workhorse over running back. Great pick. Great value, I
All right,
think.
John, here you're going to go 2 and 3.
Hold up. The computer drafted Josh Allen in the second.
Yes.
First quarterback off the board in the
Devontae
second
Adams,
round.
Puka Nacua, Travis Etienne off the
Kinda crazy.
board, and then the first quarterback, Josh Allen, off the board in the second. That is very, very high.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So I'm looking at a few options here, and I'm not
Bless
going
you.
to lie.
Thank you.
I don't like some of the top options at this point. Now, I mean,
I personally hate early third round, late second round picks because I don't like the receivers at the top of the board.
there's nothing.
How I would do if I were you, I would wait to get a receiver in the 4th round.
Or
And you could do this. So many good receivers.
Or I would go out of ADP here because I'm not going to pick for another 20-something picks. And the receivers in the next 20 to 30 picks are not number one worthy. And I don't feel like going running back heavy when I have Christian McCaffrey on my roster. So at this point, I wouldn't go quarterback, but I would say Sam Laporta is looking very nice up here if you would like to go tight end early.
Tight end in the second.
But
Over Kelsey?
over
Oh,
Kelsey
yeah,
for
no,
sure.
I agree with
Definitely
that.
the younger option. He finished as the tight end one last year. He's on a much better offense. I would definitely go Laporta.
You're saying Laporta's on a better offense?
Yeah, definitely. The Lions offense?
On paper.
For sure.
I think Mahomes beats
Trumps everything.
I literally think Mahomes trumps everything on the Lions.
I don't agree at
I
all.
like the playmakers on the Lions offense, but I think I'm fucking whatever. Mahomes is just so fucking
Mahomes
good.
is great, but
No,
like,
Mahomes is
the Lions have better backs, better receivers.
Jared
You could
Goff.
argue a better line. They are about the same line. And it's really just the quarterback. And even
I don't
Jared
know,
Goff just got
I'm
paid
taking-
$200 million.
I'm taking the 3-time Super Bowl winner and MVP.
That's fine. But for a regular season, when when fantasy matters, I'll take Laporta, who's just a PPR machine. All right, we're good. We're back. So I think right here I would go another running back that I like, speedster out of Miami, who I think is soon to take over the backfield over Mostert. I would go Devon Achane here. And then
Damn, I was gonna draft.
as my starting receiver, the one who got the bag, the wide receiver one down in Houston, Nico Collins is who I'd be going to start the third round.
Oh,
I have such a mixed opinion about Texans receivers.
why?
Mhm.
What is it?
Well, I think Houston is fucking
Loaded.
insane.
Yeah.
I think on paper they probably have the best offense in the league.
I said.
And
I think I said it in a previous podcast.
Like-
It's their Super Bowl to lose, in my opinion.
I think the Texans receiving core, especially with Dalton Schultz and Joe Mixon now, and a good old I think Dell, Collins, and Diggs are 1A, 1B, 1C. I don't think I don't know. I feel like when you were to take a receiver in the second and third round, they should kind of be a receiver who you know is going to get almost hyper targeted.
Mm.
You know, this guy's going to lead his team in yards, receptions, and maybe touchdowns. For the Texans, I feel like all three of them could have 1,000-yard seasons. It's just who's going to get the ball more, and you don't know who's going to get the ball more because they're all so damn good.
But I mean, they're all going to get the ball, so neither of them are.
I think for
that
this specific scenario, I believe Nico Collins will get the ball slightly
You think Nico
more.
Collins is the true one?
Yes.
You think so?
He's
I
very
think
young
he
and he just
earned
signed
it.
that big contract. I think he's going to get force-fed.
It also depends on how Diggs comes into Houston. Because if Diggs is going to be a pouty little sad
Yeah.
bitch like he was in Buffalo,
Everywhere he goes.
then he's not going to get the ball. But if he when he first went to Buffalo and he was let's win, he was top 3 receiver in the league.
Yeah.
So
I think Diggs is coming in as that solid, older veteran now at this point, 30 years old, who's going to come in and get you that ball, no doubt, on a third down. He's going to get you that timely touchdown when you need it. I think Nico and Tank Dell are really going to be your deep threat heavy hitters that are going to get a majority of targets, catches, and yards throughout the
I don't
season.
know. I just feel like it's going to be so spread out to take someone that early instead of I don't know, Olave. I wouldn't necessarily take Olave
He just went
over
off the board,
Nico
too.
Collins. But I guess what I'm trying to say is someone like Olave who's going to be targeted a lot more because he's one of the only factors on the offense besides Nico, who has to now fight with Dell and Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
And Dalton Schultz and Joe Mixon and
Well, I wouldn't take Olave just because the Saints offense is so abysmal and Derek
Derek
Carr is
Carr?
awful. and still won't get him the ball.
Derek Carr should have won an MVP.
Chris Olave is
In
number one.
2016 with the Raiders.
Derek Carr should have won an MVP until he got hurt.
He was close.
Dude, the Raiders honestly were looking like they were going to win the Super Bowl that year, and then he broke his leg.
Imagine if he did win the MVP that year, and we would be talking about football nowadays with an MVP Derek Carr while Mitch Trubisky has a Pro Bowl. What a fucking world, huh?
What a world.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Derek
your
Carr
pick?
might be a Super Bowl champion too, like a Super Bowl MVP if that happens.
And if targeting was called Baker Mayfield would have a ring.
All right, Kev.
That's all you guys got to say?
Yeah, I just wouldn't
We
take
can
Chris
talk about
Olave
conspiracy
there.
theories the whole fucking time.
There's about 40 minutes of a blooper of me and John and Thomas talking about Helen Keller. And Amelia Earhart.
All right, so your sixth pick, or your third
All right,
pick.
so
Is
sixth
it-
pick, I typically like to do get two solid running backs early. So in my opinion, you should have your two running backs by the first 3 rounds because running backs are there's not that many of them. You know,
Running backs definitely flourish out.
There's definitely at least
more.
32 in the league, though.
Oh.
You said there's not that many of them.
Okay, shut up. No, but there's definitely not as many solid running backs that are going to be very serviceable week in and week out. So, what I usually like to do here is I've done this
Can't move this.
in the past few years. I like taking a young guy. So for this one, I'm drafting James Cook. You know, he's one of the only options in Buffalo. So he should have a great season. I mean, he improved a lot from his rookie season last year. Like from last year from his rookie season, he had over 1,000 yards. I think he has another 1,000, maybe 1,100 yard season. Put in like 8 to 10 touchdowns. That's a great back right there. I think, and he's on my top 10 list. I think he finished his top 10. So I think if you get Kyron Williams and James Cook in your backfield, you're going to be set for the season.
He's on both of our lists. I love him.
Yeah.
I think after last year when the offensive coordinator switched out and you saw Diggs was getting the ball maybe one time a game and James Cook was just absolutely dominating for fantasy on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, Cook
And
definitely
there's
started
yards.
off slow his rookie year, but he made a big jump his sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy to see what he does.
Kelsey finally goes off the board here as the first tight end.
Took my pick.
Josh Jacobs, and I know you wanted Isaiah Pacheco there.
I think Pacheco is going to be so good this year.
Mm-hmm.
I would have, if I had your pick, I would have taken Pacheco with one of those two picks. I would have taken Pacheco probably third or second or third. But
I mean, you can
I would have
make-
taken
yeah,
Pacheco
I mean-
over A-Chain.
You can make the argument because at least Isaiah Pacheco has that backfield to himself. You know,
Yeah,
Devon's
that's
still
why he's
fighting
so
with
valuable. Like
Mostert.
he's really good, and he catches passes too.
Mhm.
So I think I keep fucking playing with the mic. But speaking of catching passes, I think versatile running backs are very important in a fantasy league.
Of course.
So therefore, I'm gonna go Rashad White and double up with Alvin Kamara.
Nice. I think that's great. Back-to-back receivers, back-to-back running backs. So you're pretty set at both of those. Now you just get to build out the rest of
And
your
the running
line.
backs are pass catchers. Rashad White's gonna get a heavy workload. Same thing with Alvin Kamara. Both kind of more Kamara than Rashad White for being the star stud on an offense.
Mhm.
But I don't know. You saw Kamara's workload last year when he came back from the suspension. He's also very
Not a bad
good.
pick.
Yeah, and Rashad White was a PPR machine last year. You know,
So was Kamara.
finished as a number 4 running back last year.
Kamara
64 catches.
had a game with 11 receptions last year.
No, it was insane. That's what I mean. When the Saints' offense is so bad, we have 13 catches to the running back, but for only
And that's
80
a free
yards.
and that's a free 13 points.
13 catches for 80 yards.
So you
Stinking
ba-
dunks.
If you have Alvin Kamara, you basically have an extra receiver in your lineup.
Yeah, you're getting screen passes. You're getting dinking dunks over the line. It's
And if
great.
he cribs one, he has 7 receptions for 60 yards and a touchdown.
All right.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Now make your
Jesus.
fucking pick.
Diggs, Waddle, Evans off the board. Kev, were you
All right.
looking at any of those picks?
I was not.
Okay.
So for me, like I said with running backs,
Justin
there's,
Tucker.
there's very few there's very few star running backs in the league. So you want to get those guys early. But there's even fewer star tight ends in the league. So I also like to get those guys early. So right now I am picking Sam Laporta. Finished as tight end 1 last year, and in a rookie season, he's in a great offense. He is just a solid receiver for Jared Goff. Jared Goff loves to feed him. I think he's going to have an even bigger season this year since he's
food?
established. What?
Like what food? Probably protein, right? And carbs. Said he likes to feed him. I didn't know he liked cooking that much.
I hope you never come back on the podcast. No, but I mean, Sam Laporta, I think he's going to repeat as the number 1 tight end this year. If not number 1, then like number 2. Like he's going to be top 3 for sure. So if you could get Sam
And what if he
Laporta,
dies?
like I said, I really hope you never come back on the podcast.
Anything.
All right, Sam Laporta, there you go. Great tight end. Very few
Great pick, yeah.
great tight ends in the league. He's one of them. Go get him if you
You
can.
locked up your tight end.
Unless he dies,
Great.
then
Unless
he can't be a top
dies,
3
then
tight
he
end.
won't
You
do
should
it.
die.
If he's, I wish.
All right, Debo, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Cooper Kupp go next. Two more quarterbacks off the board. Now I got the turn back-to-back picks. Not going to be picking for a while. Now I'll tell you, for me personally, I love taking a quarterback early. I'm not one of those old guys that love to just wait till the 9th, 10th round on a quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, so for right now, picking between 2 guys receiver-wise, DJ Moore and Michael Pittman, I think are both very suitable options. All right, both signed very huge contracts, both of the number 1 receiver in their offense. I think it just depends on preference and quarterback situation.
Yeah.
We got Michael Pittman, Anthony Richardson coming back off of injury, 2nd year in the league. And then you got DJ Moore with a rookie, Caleb Williams, number 1 overall pick. Both are great receivers. It's very tough. For me, I'm gonna go Michael Pittman here
Over DJ Moore?
over DJ Moore.
Wow.
I just think Michael Pittman's going to be a little bit more consistent there because he is the
love Anthony Richardson.
because Anthony Richardson I believe is going to be a dog
Love
this year.
it. I think Caleb
Why I
Williams is
drafted
gonna
him
be
last night,
amazing,
and I'll
too.
Dual threat quarterback.
I think if Marvin Harrison doesn't win Rookie of the Year, Caleb Williams runs away with it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I said
just
that
think
before.
With
Between them
the Bears
Maybe
offense,
100%. Or Malik Neighbors. He's not
Without
gonna-
a quarterback?
What?
Without a quarterback?
He's gonna be. I feel like he's gonna have like a Garrett Wilson type of year, like where Garrett Wilson was still putting up like a hard 1,000 yards because he was dealing with Zach Wilson.
And all he needs is just like that quarterback to really take him off.
Yeah, like Malik Neighbors, I feel like he's gonna have a really good year, but he's gonna have a good year with Daniel Jones. Like,
Can anybody have a good year, Daniel?
well, fucking, we're a week away from finding out.
Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
all right. Anyway, Pittman I think to me is just going to be a little bit more consistent. Anthony Richardson and him are going to be fun for fantasy this year. I think Pittman's got more control of that offense and less weapons there, despite Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. With the Bears, you have DJ Moore, you got Keenan Allen, you got Rome Odunze, and then you got DeAndre Swift in the backfield, along with Cole Kmet. So you got a lot more options there in Chicago than you do in Indianapolis. So that's why I would personally go Michael Pittman. And then I'm going to take a quarterback here, and no surprise, I'm going to go with C.J. Stroud. I think C.J. Stroud is going to be very fun for fantasy. I think he's
You just took my next 2 picks.
I think he's going to be a very serious.
Well, there
We got Siri talking. I think C.J. Stroud is going to be a serious MVP candidate this year. I truly believe he could throw for almost 5K. He might throw for 5K this year, possibly 40 touchdowns. The offense in Houston is disgusting. C.J. Stroud's going to be very fun for fantasy. That's all I got.
All right. See, I'm on the same page as you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, before this would be my only stack talk that I want to get out. For the people out there, for the people of the world, the fantasy world, okay? If you have a stack in fantasy, just know that is such an advantage to the rest of the league, your team. Whether you're in full point PPR, half point, standard, no matter what, quarterback and a receiver on the same squad weekly, especially if they are a top dog by the end of the year. If they are on a really good offense that are potentially going to the playoffs, that is a serious advantage for you. Don't let the people who don't like taking stacks, disregard them and push them under the rug.
I think it's crazy if you don't like taking
I think it's actually insane. Right?
If say like Anthony Richardson throws 3 touchdowns to Michael Pittman in a game, and you have both those players. Do you know how many points that is?
Yeah, I want to hear your takes on these. Seriously. Because
No,
a lot of
I
people out
love-
there,
you know
they
I
don't
love
like
stacks.
They don't like stacks. They don't believe in them.
It's
And they
great. I don't
think
like
that-
triple stacks.
I think that they're great for trade value. I think if you're not a very good fantasy drafter and the rest of your team is not that great, I think having a good stack, that's like guaranteed points every week. If they're on
I don't
a
like
good offense.
triple stacks, but I like a quarterback receiver.
Right, triple stacks.
Once
that's
you
a
put like
different-
another
that's a
run back in there,
different
then
conversation.
it gets.
But
gets
just
a little
straight up
bit
like quarterback receiver. That's
I don't know, like,
Way to
see,
go.
like, I chose, because in our league, I drafted Mahomes early, and then I took Xavier Worthy, like, a lot later in the draft. Like, I feel like this year, there's only, like, a few stacks that are, like, really going to be good, because the way, like, a lot of, like, top quarterbacks don't have, like, a really good one, and a lot of really good ones don't have a great quarterback.
Mhm.
Like, you know, like, I like Allen and Kincaid, or Allen and Keon Coleman. That would be nice. You know, obviously Hurts and Brown, which obviously, thankfully, Team 5 fucked me over on that one.
So off the top of your head, like top 3 like quarterback receiver stacks in the league that you would be looking for if
That I
you're
think
on
would
draft
win
day.
fantasy leagues.
Yes.
Dak and Lamb, Hurts and Brown, and see, the last one's tough because like there's so many. Like you could do Mahomes, Kelsey, you could do Lamar, Andrews. I mean, I don't even really hate like Goff and Laporta. You know, Richardson and Pittman is a good one. Stroud and any of them. Fucking Burrow and Chase. I don't know. I'd probably put Burrow and Jamar Chase as my third.
I think that's great. That's a great stack to go over. And that's even better because like he took Jamar Chase at the 6, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, you know, would pick Burrow. Burrow's going a little later than the majority of
You
these
can
quarterbacks.
pick Burrow right now and get
You
that
could
stack.
pick
I'm glad
Burrow
you're
right
saying
now.
that because that is my pick, is Burrow. Because so what I think my favorite stack is going to be for this year would be Anthony Richardson and Michael Pittman.
Okay.
I think if Anthony Richardson gets a full season, he's just going to go
He's
off.
so good.
And he has a great number one, and Michael Pittman just got paid. Like,
Richardson fan.
great system around him, so I think that's going to
I'm
be the number one
biased because
stack.
I'm a Florida fan, but I'm a huge Anthony Richardson guy.
No,
Like,
Anthony Richardson is going to be great.
I think I'm so happy he got that surgery and he didn't like try to play through it or anything.
Mhm.
I think he's gonna be.
Well, we saw what that did to Baker. He had the same injury, and he played through it.
I think he's gonna be really good.
I think Richardson and Stroud are both going to be very fun for fantasy. I
Yeah.
think it's just preference, what you want to go with. You know, they're both in the same division, so they're both going to be playing each other twice a year.
No, but
Which can be really
if I
fun.
had Pittman already, I would have taken Anthony Richardson, considering he's still on the board.
That's fine.
But since
I don't
Pittman's
disagree.
gone, I have Chase. Might as well take his quarterback in Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Like I said before, if we could get a full season of both of them being healthy for all 17 games, that's a top 3 stack in the league.
Right. And I just want to
100%.
also preference, like, if you're a bad drafter, you know, like, even if, like, you're a bad drafter and you have that, like, 1 year that you did put up, like, you did draft, like, a phenomenal team top to bottom with no stacks, you know, it's very hard to do. Even in a 10-man, 12-man redraft league, it's very hard to go and just go out and draft a team and that be your team and go and win a championship with that, you know, and that team stays healthy.
Stacks
you
are
don't
just
have to do much
so
work.
dominant.
It's very rare that you have your champion team on draft day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So getting a stack, I feel like, is just an advantage for against majority teams in your league. You know, like all those like the lower echelon of teams that don't draft very well in your league. You know, like I feel like having a stack just at least has an advantage for at least more than half the league. And again, with trade value. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking for somebody's backup quarterback, and you have their starting receiver, you know, go and get them. You know what I mean? Or you could trade stacks. I think trading stacks is also very huge, and you can get a lot back for them. Very big on stacks, as you can't tell. All right, Hank, what do we got at the? Where are we? The 5-6 turn.
I'm super high on this guy having a very, almost his breakout year finally. Now that he's got a good QB room, I'm gonna take George Pickens.
Okay. George Pickens, sure. Who do you believe will be the starting quarterback?
Russell Wilson.
Russell
For
Wilson.
majority of the season?
Yeah.
Because I personally think Russell Wilson's going to be the week 1 starter, but then after a few weeks, it's going to switch to Justin Fields, and he's going to finish off the season.
I wasn't impressed with Fields in the preseason.
You weren't?
No. I don't know. I need to like see him throw the ball a lot more. Like he's probably one of the best on his legs in the league, up there with like Lamar.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think he's even that. I don't even really think he's a bad passer. I think the Bears kind of failed him a little
He
bit.
was in a bad system in Chicago, 100%.
But I don't know. I just need to like see it, and then I'll be like.
Understandable. Very understandable.
Yeah, and then my next pick, obviously top 5 tight end of the league, Markatron.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. 3 tight ends off the board.
crazy.
Mark, Trey
I was gonna- I
McBride,
would-
Dalton Kincaid.
Okay, I'm just putting this out there. I would have picked Trey McBride if I didn't already have Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want 2 Cardinals. And even though Trey McBride could have
Well,
the
because I have a
potential.
plan later.
Okay. I think I know your plan, but
You know my
I
plan.
definitely know your plan. Same plan Griff went off of yesterday.
Yes, it is the same plan Griffin went off of.
But yeah, all right, Mark Andrews, obviously great pick. Has finished as a tight end one before. Is always up there competing for it. I think Trey McBride is in serious contention for the number 1 tight end spot
I
this year.
think if you have the choice between Kincaid, McBride, or Mark Andrews, I personally would put Mark Andrews third. I think it's 1A,
Third?
I think it's 1A, 1B, 1C.
But dude, you drafted him over Kincaid.
I know, but I think Mark Andrews is gonna score more touchdowns.
I know. I would.
Okay.
I would still take Mark Andrews just because of you know him and Lamar are just their connection's insane. They're one of the best. Obviously, they're the best stacks in fantasies.
I
I don't know if
lied.
you
I
can
would
get.
take Mark Andrews second. I would take Trey McBride
I think Trey
if I
Mc.
didn't have Marvin Harrison.
Okay. Trey McBride and Dalton Kincaid. That's a good conversation to have. You know, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, both kind of weak offenses. Even though, you know, I think Marvin Harrison being in Arizona, then you would mostly lead Dalton Kincaid. You know, that would be a very top option for Josh Allen through the air. You know.
Yeah, I like Kincaid a lot. I like McBride. Obviously, Mark Andrews has been a top 10 in the league for multiple years, but like I said, if you have the option, like, first of all, forget what the fuck I said like 2 minutes ago. It was stupid. Like, I countered myself as soon as I said it. So, if you have the option between McBride and Andrews, I would take McBride. I think he's going to get more targets, and I think he's also younger. He's better. But I would take Andrews over Kincaid.
Okay.
And if Kincaid and McBride are there, you'd obviously pick McBride.
Fair assessment.
So
Kevin, what do you
now
got?
in the 6th round, you know, Odie got my running backs, Odie got my quarterback, got my tight end. So here's where I look for my second receiver
Right.
to be on the squad. I'm going with another.
T. Higgins.
How'd you
The
know?
triple stack.
The triple stack. No, I'm going with one of the young bucks in Houston. I'm going with Tank Dell. You know, because like you said, Diggs, Dell, and Collins are 1A, 1B, 1C.
Yeah.
So, like, all 3 of them are going to have an insane season. Don't really know who's going to have.
There's a
Who's going to be their
potential
solid
that
number
they
one?
could all go for 1,000
Oh,
yards.
100%.
Which is
I think
insane.
if you have any of those guys on your team, you're set because they're all going to have great seasons. It's just a matter of who's going to get targeted more by
It's a
season.
guaranteed flex minimum.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I could put him in my flex and it'll be fine. He'll still put up probably 15 points a game. Like, hopefully he
15
can
points a
stay
game
in.
would be insane.
Huh?
15 points a game is really good.
I mean, Tank Dell is really good.
I'm not saying Tank Dell's not really good, but Tank Dell is on the same offense as a multiple-time Pro Bowler and a guy who just had the wide receiver 1.
Well, honestly, the only thing I'm scared about with Tank is if he can stay healthy because last year he did break his leg.
Coming back from injury.
Yeah, so hopefully he has no issues with that or any other types of injuries. If he stays healthy, I think he's going to go for over 1,000 yards, as well as Diggs and Collins. It's going to be
It's going to be a really fun offense.
Dude, we looked it up. The last time there was 3 receivers with 1,000 yards, I think it was like, what, 95?
No. Well, it's been a while. It's been like 15.
It was in the 90s,
years.
I think.
I know the Cardinals did it somewhere in the 2000s. I just don't remember what year.
Go
When they
back
did
to
it, but it's been
the
a while.
Was that like
wide
Bowling
receiver
at the
video. You'll
Show?
figure it out.
Yeah. And I forget the third guy, but yeah.
Oh, no, go back to the quarterback video. You'll figure it out. It's in that one.
All
We're
right.
not gonna go
I think that's a
that
great
far.
pick. If you get any piece, I think on the Houston offense, regardless of who it is,
You're fine.
It's gonna be a lot of fun this year.
I would stay away from Joe Mixon high, though. If you can get Mixon in like the 4th or 5th round.
Well, you could get Mixon late.
Like he went in the 5th round.
He went already?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Teammate.
That's where I would draft. If I were to have Mixon on the board.
But also, you got to think, these are just auto-picking the computers, so they're just taking whoever is the top-rated position player.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like they're not really thinking of any strategy.
Right.
Well, they can't think. They're bots.
AIs can think.
No, they can't.
All right. So for my next 2
can't
picks,
You're right.
Anthony Richardson is actually still on the board, which I'm actually surprised
Kinda
about.
crazy.
Went a
You should
full
take him.
round and a half without him, so I actually could have waited on a quarterback, but I really wanted Stroud. So now I already got 2 running backs. I got 2 receivers. I got my quarterback. Could be thinking about a tight end here, or maybe just building depth, receiver and running back wise. I think right now, the glaring pick to me is T. Higgins, and I feel like I have to take him here, lock up my 3 receivers. And then, do I go running back? Do I go tight end? It's just depending on how you want to build your team. For me, I will go running back here because there's not a lot of them going forward in the draft. And I think right now, where are we, in round 7, that you got to lock up your back, maybe a bench running back, for bye weeks, and running backs will get hurt. You have to have contingency plans. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm looking at 3 backs here. We got DeAndre Swift, James Conner, and David Montgomery. Now, what do the 3 of you think about all of those picks? Who would be like your number one
out
of those
Swift
3?
Is going to be a fantasy bust.
Okay.
Because I think the Bears' offense is going to be...
See, I'm opposite. I'm kind of high on Swift.
I think the Bears' offense is just going to be strictly airing that shit the fuck out the whole year.
I agree. I fully agree.
I think Swift's going to have a solid year.
Run for maybe 1,000, maybe score a touchdown here or there, catch some passes, but for the most part, I think
he's good for at least 6 or 7 TDs and 1,000 yards.
I think what Caleb Williams is going to do for the Bears' offense, I think it's going to be just airing everything out.
Well, I mean, I have Swift on my actual team, so we'll see if he's starting week 2 or not.
I do believe that they will air it out a lot, so I don't think Swift would definitely be my 3rd option looking at all 3 of these backs. I'll tell you, James Conner, I really would be relying on a lot of touchdowns from him.
I like Conner.
I'd be relying on 12 or 13 rushing touchdowns for him.
The Cardinals haven't been good, but Conner's been really consistent over the last
He's been
few
consistent,
years.
but he's also been injured a lot, and he is getting a little older. And he is very touchdown dependent, and I'm looking at Montgomery, and Montgomery to me would be my pick here.
Honestly,
still young, on
Marvin
contract.
Harrison opened the door for James Conner a lot.
Yeah.
Well, because who do they have besides James Conner and McBride last year? Who do they have?
Yeah, I mean, it was Conner, but he was also hurt in and out of the lineup last year.
Yeah, well, now that Marvin Harrison's there, he's going to get a lot of the focus. Same thing with McBride.
Conner hasn't played a full season.
They're going to take a lot of
career.
focus off on the running back. I think Conner's going to get a little bit more touches, and I don't think he's going to be that hurt.
Last year was Conner's first year over 1,000 yards. He averages about 750 yards a game.
But
a game?
That would
Wow.
actually
A
be
game?
fucking crazy.
The best ever. Yo, draft him with your first pick. Screw
Draft
CMC.
him,
But again,
if you get him, you win.
Yeah.
If you get
You
him-
could literally have James Conner and then all empty slots. You'll win.
He's just very touchdown dependent to me. I mean, I'm really relying on him to score 12, 13 touchdowns a game. David Montgomery put up 1,000 on the
12,
ground
13
last
touchdowns
year.
a game, bro. 750 yards and 12 touchdowns a
Yo,
game.
David Montgomery and James Conner.
If you
that's all
don't pick
need.
James Conner first, you're an idiot.
It's early in the morning while we're filming.
I don't even remember saying game. My bad. Anyway.
I heard. I'm not sure, but right? You heard it too?
I heard
Yeah,
it.
I definitely. I probably said that's fine. David Montgomery though put up 1,000 on the ground last year,
A game?
not game. 13 touchdowns on the ground. I think that will come down because I believe Gibbs will be getting a lot more of the touches next year. But as long as Monty's healthy, I mean the offense is cooking. Both of them get the ball a decent amount. I'm gonna go with the young gun here in David Montgomery. That's my pick.
Okay.
And then Swift and Connor right off the board again. All
All right, we're back.
right, back.
So,
Kevin, give it to me.
7th round.
Wow.
It's coming, guys.
What?
Oh.
You know what's gonna happen. You know who I'm picking.
Yeah.
Do it every year.
Don't
come on.
don't defend it.
No, I will. No, I'm gonna defend it. Justin Tucker.
Yawn.
Guys, stop drafting kickers in the later rounds. Draft a kicker early.
Look what the fucking AI just picked.
That's crazy.
Draft-
3 straight quarterbacks. That's
Draft a kicker in the 7th round. I've been doing it for the last, how many years are we on? Year 5 of our league? So I've been doing it for the last 5 years, and I've won the championship. I made it to the championship twice, winning one of those, and then I finished like 4th or 3rd last year. It works. Get a good kicker. Every year, Justin Tucker wins me at least 3 games. Justin Tucker wins me. He'll put up 20 points once or twice a season, which is insane from a kicker. You should take a kicker early in the draft. You should take him You should take Justin Tucker, Harrison Buckner, or like Evan Pearson. What are you gonna say?
This is total fucking blasphemy.
It's not blasphemy
This
because
is
it works. I
blasphemy.
won a championship drafting like this.
All right, Hank.
I won more championships than you have, Hank. I've been to more than you.
That is true. But it's not because you picked the kicker. It's because my team gets hurt.
No.
Word. It's definitely not because of Tucker.
It's
definitely
100.
not because
Dude,
of the kicker.
Tucker's won me those close games. You
Well-
need that reliable kicker. The week he hit that like 64-yard or 66-yard field goal against the Lions, bro, that one kick alone was like 10 points.
It's not how that works. It was 6.
Okay, my bad. It was 6 points. He had like 23 points that week for me. Like, it was something crazy.
Yeah, and where do kickers like ever put up over 20 points? They have to. Like,
When you're
they
Justin
kick 4
Tucker.
or 5 field goals a game.
Well, no, there's a few kickers that put up 20 points last year because they hit like 4 field goals.
See, and the Ravens
Yeah.
are a team that
Well, why
scores
would
a
you
lot,
pick
so Justin Tucker's going to be
Tucker?
kicking a lot.
Tucker
They score a lot of touchdowns.
Okay, you still get points for PATs.
Yeah, but not as much for field goals.
He's
It's
taking
like
23
Right.
extra points in a game.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if David Montgomery's rushing for 1,000 yards a
okay.
game.
Well, the AI took my pick at Kyler Murray, which is unrealistic. You will get Kyler Murray in the fucking 8th round.
Yep.
But
But Kyler would have been the pick there.
Kyler would have been the pick.
Right, to go with Marvin Harrison, which I think is going to be a great stack this year.
Which-
If Marvin Harrison pans out like we're all hoping he will be. I think that is a great stack. But
well-
If he turns out like his
With the
dad.
quarterbacks that are left, I think this guy, for getting him basically in the 8th round, I'm going to pick Jordan Love.
Okay. I love it. I think that's great.
Sorry.
See what's there.
You're such a comedian, John.
Dun-dun-shun.
And I'm just going to get my 3rd running back, Ramondre Stevenson. You know,
Not a bad pick.
workload. I think the Patriots are severely overhated. I don't think they're going to be that bad. I think Drake May is going to be pretty solid.
I mean, they got some solid rookie receivers. I think Ramondre's definitely
I'm also a really big Jalen Polk fan.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm a really big Jalen
For sure,
Polk
for
fan.
sure.
And I fucking hate the Patriots.
Who doesn't?
Don't we all? I think that's a great pick. Terry, Najee,
Eli Manning
Xavier
dog
Worthy
walks
off
Tom
the board.
Brady. Eli Manning dog walks Tom Brady.
Yes, sir.
All right, Kev, what are we thinking of
All
the
right,
8th?
so
Now that you got your kicker.
now
is
that I got my
defense
kicker and
coming next?
I'm happy. No, defense is. You wait a little bit for the defense.
All right.
I always look for a flex in the later rounds, just like a guy that's not gonna go very high, maybe a sleeper.
Mhm.
This is a guy that Hank's very big on. I'm taking Rashid Rice here.
Okay.
I'm not big on Rashid Rice. I'm big on Worthy.
Bro, you just talked about Rashid Rice before we started filming.
Well,
I was talking about Xavier
just
Worthy.
went to pick the 4.
Could have sworn it was Rice.
No, it was Worthy. It was definitely Worthy, right?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about both, to be honest. Okay.
Well, they both
Well, anyway,
went back to back.
considering Rice plays this year, I think he's going to have a great year with Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mahomes is going to target him. He's going to be one of the most targeted receivers on the team, for sure.
Okay.
I think he's going to have a great season, and he's a great pickup for those later rounds to be your flex player, or maybe just one of your receivers if during a bye week or something. I don't think you can go wrong with Rashid Rice.
Okay. It's a good pick. Cool. Then Chris Godwin, Tony Pollard, Keenan Allen, Javonte. The next couple picks. Now my back-to-back here. My team's pretty well-rounded, and we're in a 10-man. So now the guys that we're going to be drafting the next couple rounds are going to be going to the bench or switching out the flex. I do not have a tight end, which I believe I will be going for now. In this particular spot, I'm going to be drafting the man that did just get the bag going to another team, and that's
David,
Calvin
no joke.
Ridley. No. That's Calvin Ridley. He's the one there in Tennessee, and now with old man DeAndre Hopkins possibly missing week 1 and being hurt, Calvin Ridley I think will just take off with hopefully Will Levis will play well enough to feed him when Trevor Lawrence did not last year, which was very underwhelming. And then tight end wise, I'm going to move right past Brock Bowers and David Njoku, and I'm going to go to Jake Ferguson, who is the number 2 option in the Cowboys offense. Had a great year last year. I think he has an even better year this year.
Good pick.
Very good pick. Okay, now it's time, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I draft a defense. I like to have the best defense every year, so I'm going 49ers defense. Not much to say. It's the 49ers defense. They're the best
It's
defense in the league.
unbelievable how you try to just
It works.
defend your luck.
It
works.
It makes no sense.
It's not luck if it works for
It
5
is
years in a
luck.
row. For 5
It
years in a
is
row,
luck.
it's luck,
It's
bro.
definitely luck.
No, it's not
It is
luck.
luck.
It's
It's
definitely
not luck if it works for 5 years in a row. It's not.
Just wasted picks.
It's not.
Just wait till the end like everyone else.
Yeah, it's wasted picks until I finish higher than you guys every single time.
Not me, brother. Maybe him.
In the last 4 years I've been doing this, you finished higher than me once.
That was
First, fifth, second.
Bro, last year you finished higher than me,
Yeah.
and then I came second the year before. I won the year before that.
I came in. You won 2 years ago, so you beat
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I
I'm
won that.
second. Yeah.
And then I came in second 2 years ago, and then the year before my championship. Oh no, I came in third, I think, the year before the year after my championship.
All right, so 2 seasons.
Okay, fine. I still,
2 seasons, barely.
I beat you in the championship with it. No, I beat Colin in the championship. Never mind. Did I? Who did I beat in the championship?
Colin.
I know Colin beat me. Did we have a rematch?
No, you beat me.
Oh,
I
I
lost
beat
to
you?
you and Kyle the last 2
Oh.
years.
Then yeah, I literally beat you in the championship with Jackson like this.
I don't know how.
Because it
I
worked.
think my team put up
It
like 60
works.
points.
It
That's
works.
usually what happens. To
Trust me,
a
know,
folks.
it's
Don't
usually-
listen to them.
that's usually
Draft
what
a
happens when you
defense
play
and a
Kevin.
kicker earlier than expected.
There's-
Trust me.
there's a
Get
lot
the
of-
best
there's
two
a
at those
lot.
positions, you'll be fine.
There's a few people out there you just lose to.
Yeah,
when you have, like, 60
this is all
points.
skill based. Not that Kevin played my team when I had 4 ACL injuries.
Right. And my team just
Draft
put up
better.
a dub.
Draft better.
You played me the week Tank Dell broke his leg.
You
Shut
played
up.
me the week that everyone just got hurt.
Shut up.
All right, well, I'm starting off this round with Keon Coleman.
Okay, it's a great pick.
I think he's going to be wide receiver 1.
Mhm.
I like Shakur, but I think Keon Coleman's just a freak of nature.
Yeah, Coleman will just, I think, overtake him immediately.
Like sexually, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the
For
signal?
sure.
I don't know. I like going rookies late in the round. I mean, I have my backup running back, so.
Alright. So you're thinking about another rookie here?
I think I'm going to double up and take McConkey.
I like it. Should be the number one
A
option.
fundamentally
in,
sound receiver, plays the game the right way,
Yep.
and a real take home the mom guy.
Alright.
Oh, wait, I should elaborate. I would stay away from
Yeah.
Jordan Addison because he's not going to play for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, he's hurt.
He's hurt. He's not going to play the court. Like, with Kirk Cousins, Addison was able to at least perform.
And with Jefferson out.
Yeah,
was also
and
big.
Jefferson was out. But, like, with Sam Darnold, Jefferson being on the field, I don't think Addison's production is going to be all that great this year.
I would also stay away
I still
from
think Jordan
Juan
Addison's
Soto,
really good,
considering
but-
he does not play in the NFL.
If J.J. McCarthy was healthy, I would be really high on Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
But J.J. McCarthy's not playing.
Alright, I like the pick.
I still fucking think J.J. McCarthy sucks. Fuck you, Joe.
I second that.
You got 3 rookie receivers on the lineup. How we feeling? I think
Me?
you're feeling very good.
I'm feeling young and alive.
Very full of life over here.
I feel like I have a lot of
Got your whole
longevity.
life ahead of you.
I feel like I have a longevity cut to like week 8 where 2 of these guys have torn Achilles and Marvin Harrison has a broken hand.
I mean, hey, if this was a dynasty draft,
You'd be starting very well.
yeah.
Yeah, besides the fact that I fucking Mark Andrews and Alvin Kamara.
2 old people?
That's
Older.
That's
Control.
fine.
Yeah, also if this was a dynasty
You got
draft, I
your
wouldn't.
franchise.
If this was a dynasty draft, I wouldn't have half my team. Everyone would have been taking a lot of
Oh,
money
yeah.
with.
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah. All right, Kev.
Alright.
You going backup kicker here or?
No, that's like late round.
Okay.
Didn't I draft a backup kicker
Yes,
last
you
night?
did.
Yeah, you did.
It was my last pick of the draft. So
I
that's-
can't.
You have 2 kickers.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna end up dropping one.
I would hope.
Like,
I would
Sorry,
really
you
hope
got
so.
McPherson as your backup kicker.
Are you gonna put McPherson in the flex week 1?
Hope McPherson starts running routes.
Alright, so back in these players are gonna be on your bench now. So this is where I really start looking at bye weeks. What are you laughing at?
Just continue.
What are you laughing
I
at?
thought of something funny. Just continue.
Alright, so this is where I start looking at bye weeks. So guys that are probably only gonna play like 1, maybe 2 weeks. So for this one, I'm going to pick Jalen Warren. Nice little backup running back.
He's hurt right now.
Yeah, I know, but he's probably only gonna play 1 week. So I doubt he's gonna be he's not out for the season.
Mm-hmm.
So I think once he comes back, he'll be fine to put in for that 1 week, just get a few points.
I don't know why. I just thought of something so funny.
Yeah, I
Can you
mean,
share with the class.
Yeah,
no,
please.
I can't. That's the thing. I can't.
put it in the group chat. But yeah, I feel like Jalen Warren is a solid bench player. He's reliable. He'll be fine for 1 or 2 weeks if you need him.
Okay.
You going,
Deontay
John?
Johnson and Eckler were going to be the picks I was looking at.
Oh.
And they both
Both
went. I got some backups here. All right. Now, my team is pretty well-rounded. I got every position. Now we're just going to fill out the bench. I'm going to go with a nice young guy, second year in the league, on a very good offense. I'm going to go with JSN, who I believe will
Wow, that's going to be mine.
I think
mine.
next year he does take that step, and I do think he will take over Tyler Lockett's position as he starts to now fade out and age. But Tyler Lockett always has that 1 week where he drops 50 and annihilates your league. So Jonathan Brooks is who I'm looking at as my rookie running back. I know he's not playing for the first couple weeks of the year, but I think when he does come back, I think he does overtake Chuba Hubbard and takes over the number 1 role. And Brian Thomas, I really like, rookie wide receiver. The Wookiee wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now that Calvin Ridley is gone, even though Gabe Davis is there, I do like Brian Thomas a lot, and I think that's going to be one of Lawrence's very favorite targets. So, do I go back-to-back receiver here?
I'm not even thinking. I was thinking of something different this time.
Dude, oh my god.
Dude, when I did the I was thinking of the Joe Rogan. Like,
Yeah, alright, so who's your pick?
I'm going to go Brooks.
oh, you're going Brooks. Very good pick.
Thanks, Gav.
I'm so sorry. Oh, Caleb Williams finally went off the board. All right. For my pick, I like to have a backup flex here. So, looking at the wide receiver, running back. But I already have 3 running backs, so I'm.
Well, it's all depth now.
Yeah, just all depth. All depth.
Yeah.
Like like I said, these are also guys probably only play one or 2 weeks. Maybe if they go off there, be in the starting lineup.
This is where you find your gems.
Yeah, this is where you find your sleepers of the league. So, I mean, it's a very.
What, bro? I was yawning, dude. Fuck you.
It's a very slim, set of people now. For me, I'm probably gonna go. What?
I thought about it.
Still thinking about
Still
it.
going.
Dude, no, because I want to show you guys the delivery of it. I
You
can't.
can't.
I will later. But I'm gonna keep thinking about it until I actually do it.
Okay.
So I'm sorry if I laugh and interrupt you guys. I'm trying my fucking hardest not to.
So for this pick, I'm going with the guy who just got a new quarterback. He has a rookie quarterback, so hopefully he'll target him a lot. Hopefully he stays healthy. He's struggled with some injuries in the past. Going with Cortland Sutton.
Okay.
I feel like he always ends up on my team, usually in the later rounds. And when he's healthy, he's pretty good. He's a pretty good receiver.
Very
when he's
touchdown dependent.
Yeah, but I mean he's got to stay on the field.
I'm gonna go with.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, you are.
No, yeah, I'm
Your
done.
turn.
Yep,
Yeah,
you're
you
done.
are.
Go ahead.
Your turn.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with one of the best defenses in the league. I'm gonna go Jets defense.
Oh, cool. Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
You
Okay.
should have got him. You could have got the 49ers if you drafted 2 rounds ahead. But you didn't.
Well, I had a brain, so.
It works.
Sleeper running back. I'm going Blake Corum.
Okay.
I actually like that pick. I think Blake
Yeah,
Corum
you
could,
do.
I think Blake Corb's good.
You want to have sex with me?
Maybe not that.
He's lying. Fibber.
You bite your tongue.
Jordan, you rotten fibber. Make your stupid pick. Tell me who you're picking and why.
So now I'm going with backup tight end. I'm going with just going with Cole Kmet. I feel like
Yeah, tell me,
with the new quarterback Caleb Williams, he's gonna target him.
tell me who you're picking and why is it Jake Elliott?
That's later. Don't spoil it.
I don't think there's a single person in the world that will steal your backup kicker.
You want to make a bet?
Yes.
If you would steal my backup kicker, call me. Or actually, no, come visit me at my house. 802 call court. No,
No.
that's Chris's address. That's staying in, by the way. Keep that address in.
Dude, the amount of random people in the world that know Griffin's address is insane.
Like those guys that were like threatening to
He's
kill
not
us when we
safe.
were playing them in Mud Squads. And I'm like, yeah, pull up, 802 call court.
Bro, I remember. No, there was one time. Fucking, I don't know if this is gonna go in the episode or not, but fucking. Griffin and I were playing Mutt Squads one time, and some dude's gamer tag was his phone number. So Griffin called him and was talking shit to him as he's like scoring touchdowns against him. It was really fucking funny.
Bro, do you remember that time though when me, you, and Griffin played Mud Squads and the guy was like getting mad? He's like, I'll kill you, I swear to God. He's like, I'm like that, I'll come pull up and just pop you guys right now. Like he was
And you told him, yeah.
yeah, and then I was like, alright, 802 call court, pussy, pull up. Oh, that shit was funny.
Did he pull up?
No, Griffin's still alive.
I don't think Griffin wants to be though.
Bro,
Me and Griffin both. Twizzy.
Twinsies.
Twinsies.
All right, go over your picks, bro. We're almost done.
Yeah, John.
Who
John, who you picking, bro?
Jesus Christ. Fucking
Whatever,
yapper
bro.
over
Who are you
there.
picking? Why's Harrison Bucker?
Can't wait to hear this very, very funny joke and delivery.
I'll turn the camera off.
Probably die in the next 5 minutes.
This is all for... No, Jesus Christ. All for depth. I really do like Chase Brown. All right. We're back. Chase Brown, I think, is going to do very well in the Bengals offense. Zach Moss is there, but I really don't believe he'll do much.
Anything?
I think Chase Brown will overtake for the number one running back position, so I'm going to take him. And then, honestly, I'm going to go back-to-back running backs here. I'm going to take Jerome Ford, who is a starting running back for Cleveland, filling in for Nick Chubb, who destroyed his leg last year and will be out a good portion of the year and will take time coming back. So I think Jerome Ford is actually a sleeper pick this late in the draft.
Yeah.
All right, Kev.
All right, so, I mean, I feel like with the last 3 picks, it doesn't really matter who you draft. These people are never going to see the field.
Damn.
Like, you could draft, like, Eli Manning, and, like,
You should do that.
it doesn't matter. So, I'm going with Khalil Shakir here from Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. That's a great pick.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he went kind of late, I feel like. I feel like he should have went a little bit higher. But, like, it's whatever. If he starts having a good connection with Josh Allen, put him in the lineup for a week, see how he does. But he's probably going to be sitting on my bench the entire season.
Yeah, he's the one in Buffalo until Keon Coleman takes over.
Yeah.
So
My pick was obvious.
the butt kicker.
And
Buck-
I'm really, really high on this guy. I talked about him last night during our
I
draft.
mean, he's a great kicker.
I'm not talking about Harrison Bucker. My next pick.
Oh, my bad.
You're
going.
good.
That's on me, dog.
I'm really high on A.D. Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
think
didn't
it's a
take
great
him, though,
pick.
did you?
No. But he's a free agent.
He's a free agent.
Yeah.
McPherson might be dropped.
All right, Kev, let's see it.
That's my pick.
Last 2 picks. Now that you already have a kicker in defense,
Yeah, like, it really
get
doesn't
2
matter
scrubs down here.
who you draft here.
Maybe it might. If you draft a sleeper or a gem.
Honestly, I was actually going to take just a joke pick here.
Mhm.
But if this guy stays healthy, he is a very, very good receiver, and he's still on the board. I'm going with Mike Williams.
Okay.
If he doesn't tear his ACL for the 18th time in his career,
True.
I think he'll give you a solid, like, 10, 11 points a game.
Mhm.
As a backup receiver, that's all you can really ask for.
All right. It's great. And
Yeah.
now because we have to draft a kicker and a defense, I'm gonna go with Jason Sanders for the Dolphins. Dolphins score a lot of points, but they always tend to suck come like cold weather time in November. And then gonna go with the Cowboys defense here. Have to. They're a fantasy nightmare for people. Constantly scoring points. Finished as a number 1 defense last year, I believe. They were. One,
you
two,
picking,
one. Damn.
Give me a second, I'm thinking.
You're not thinking. What free agent are you looking up?
None of them were actually coming up. I was going to draft Eli Manning and Wayne Gallman, but they weren't coming up. So for this pick, last pick of the draft, I'm taking another guy who, if he stays healthy, he should be pretty good. I'm going with J.K. Dobbins. Get another little backup running back.
Doesn't tear his ACL for the 5th time.
Dude, same thing with Mike Williams. If they don't tear their ACLs for the 1,000,000th time in their career,
Yeah.
they'll be fine. They'll be serviceable. They'll give you a decent amount of points every week if you need them to.
You said you couldn't find him.
You found him?
You need to learn how to fucking spell.
I did.
All aboard
Wayne
the
Gallman.
Wayne train.
I thought I just want to spell it right.
What's it?
I did not spell it right.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's a free agent.
Yeah.
He's just here.
He played. I'm telling you, he played in the USFL last year. I'm pretty sure.
Wayne Gallman. That's a sleeper. That's a great pick.
Dude, he was so good.
All right. That was a solid mock.
Yeah.
All right. How do you guys feel about your teams?
Honestly, I kind of like this team better than my current team.
Yeah.
I
like my team.
like
I'm
this
gonna read it off to the people. All right. I got C.J. Stroud as my starting quarterback, followed with Christian McCaffrey and Devon Achane as my starting running backs. Nico Collins, Michael Pittman, and T. Higgins as my starting receivers and flex. Jake Ferguson as my tight end. Jason Sanders kicker. Dallas Cowboys defense, and then all the peeps on the bench. I think I got a pretty solid bench.
Very nice. Very nice. Why can't I find my team? Whatever, I'll read off here. Alright, so my team, I'm just going to go in order from top to bottom. I got Jamal Chase as my wide receiver number 1, Kyron Williams as my RB1, James Cook to follow him, Sam Laporta, Joe Burrow, Tank Dell, Justin Tucker, Rashid Rice, 49ers defense, Jalen Warren, Cortland Sutton, Cole Kmet, fuck's this guy's name again?
Khalil Shakir.
Khalil Shakir. It's actually a really cool name. Mike Williams and J.K. Dobbins.
Word.
Hey, who you got, buddy?
Quarterback, you got Jordan Love. 2 running backs, you got Rashad White and Kamara. Both receivers, you got A.J. Brown and Marvin Harrison. Tight end, Mark Andrews. Flex, George Pickens. Butker, Jets defense. My bench, I got Stevenson, Keon Coleman, McConkey, Blake Corum, Adonai Mitchell, and the Wayne train.
The Wayne train.
I think all three of us drafted pretty solid teams.
Yes.
I think I have the best team because I have Wayne Gallman. You guys don't.
That's true. I can't argue.
Can't argue with it.
I like in the last round, every single team picked a defense, and then you got me with JK and then Hank with Wayne Gallman.
Sounds about right.
All aboard.
All aboard the Wayne train.
All right. I think that was a pretty solid mock. I think we gave some pretty good tips and tricks.
Hope to help you guys out if you haven't already drafted, which I'm sure most of you guys have, considering the NFL season's next week.
Well, this goes out today, and you guys aren't drafting before preseason like weirdos, because everyone's drafting this week. I hope. Then you guys should be good. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for watching.
All right.
Thank you for the outro.
Well,
Outro.
thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Peace.